Every SaaS founder faces this same problem: when to send the right email at the right time when customer subscribes, cancels, or update their plan. Today, I'm going to show you how to build an email automation system which you can build once and don't have to look another time. And this email automation system listens to your payment events and triggered the perfect email at the perfect time. So let's get started. So this is nothing but automate emails with Webhook 101. We will use prompt and code to understand how to build this one. So I've already done a prompt and I will give it to Cloud Code, and till then we will understand what. So I've already pasted this one. You can see that, and you can note this time it is 5:22 in the morning, and we will paste this. So let it do its own thing. We will understand what is Webhook till that time. So what exactly is Webhook? If you want to build email automation, before you have to understand what is Webhook. I have already covered Webhook 101 in my previous video, which you can watch. It is for non-developers. But if you have watched it and if you know something about Webhook, then this video will help you. So what is Webhook? So to give you a complete analogy, your server, that is your Next.js server, and a payment server from which you are listening when customer subscribe, cancels, or do anything. So this is a server to server communication happening, and only one way. So payment server will communicate with your server and you will send a respond with success code. So how does it work behind the scene? So I've made a workflow for you guys so that you can understand, and we will see whether it is doing all the thing or not. So okay, it is doing. So how communication happens? So this is your payment server. This is the first step in the workflow. So if I give this is the first step. So this is the first step, and okay, we can do like it is 2, it is the 3, it is the 4, and it is the 5. So when your payment server sends a post request to your server, so it is communicating using post request. You listen to the payment server's request, you listen to the signature, whether that signature is according to the payment server. Like in the payment server, we authenticate something called secret key. So we match the secret key, whether secret key is not matching or not. So we do this with the algorithm, which I will show you in the code. And then again, we read the body. Once it is verified, we read the body and call our internal functions, like according to the parameters about what to do with this particular item. And on that, we respond with success or error. So this is the complete workflow which goes behind the every webhook event which happens. So let's understand the code. So again, I've written this code in GoLang. It is nothing but how to verify webhook signature. So you can see it is another payments gateway, that is Cream, which I was using earlier. So you can see I was getting my Cream webhook secret and I was checking my Cream webhook secret is not set or not. If it is set, we create a HMAC. So what happens is that we don't directly send webhook secret or through our HTTPS request, because anyone can spoof and anyone can listen to that. So for that, we actually hash it, like we create some hashing, like what happens to your password. So we create a SHA-256 new with our webhook secret. Then we write the payload to HMAC. Then we compare the expected signature and our signature. So if both of them are equal, like if they are matching, that means it is the webhook secret given by the server, like the payment server only, not someone else. So once it is verified, we can do our operation. So you can see I've written again a GoLang code. So I will explain you Next.js code after this, but first we'll understand the GoLang. So you can see I'm receiving the signature using Cream signature parameters from the headers, and then I'm verifying. If it is verified, we send verified, save successfully, we log it directly, and then we call the, like we unmarshal is nothing but we read the body, like we extract the body, and we see if the event type is subscription active, we have created our internal function, and then if it is paid, we have created our internal function. And according to that, when it is everything is done, if there is no error, we actually send status okay, and if there is error, that particular function will only return the error. So that's it, guys. This is your, so you can see if there is any error, we actually handles it directly here. So we return error parsing and all. So this is the GoLang code which I wanted to show you. Now let's understand how to use BetterAuth. So actually I've integrated BetterAuth in my day 18, and I've integrated yesterday on day 20 Plunk, which actually handles email automation. So if you have not watched those videos, please watch them. I have updated the playlist also. So let's get started. So you can see note the time again. So I think it took around 5 to 6 minutes. So yeah, so I think it has done our task. So we will just see what it has exactly done. So you can see it has created. Okay, so first I will have to explain you the part which you don't know, and you can see it has created some problem. And yep, it is not actually according to our own, so we will just say that there is error. So we will just give there is error. And what exactly is the error? Okay, so we don't have subscription or customer ID interface like types. So create type or skip the data directly. So we skip the data directly, and let's see what it happens. So we will just paste the errors and we will understand the prompt. So let's understand the prompt which I've written for you guys. So I can see, if I zoom it a little bit for you guys. So in this current project structure, we already have email service setup. So I have set up the email API service yesterday's video, that is on day 21, and on every day in every new user sign up, we are sending welcome email to that person. So I want to configure Webhook and listen to the payload on subscription. So whenever subscription is active, we want to track that event to Plunk and with event name called user subscription active to our Plunk email API. So I will tell you how to create a new event and how to automate that email also, and read the existing code on how to track. And similarly, I want to listen to another payload of on subscription cancel and send a sad email for payments with a sad goodbye GIF and ask for a reason for feedback, all using transactional email. Again, read the existing code. Instructions to integrate Polar Webhook is already Webhook is we already have lib auth, so we have already this one in library. There we need to integrate after reading the docs instruction and update the env example also. So according to our implementation, we have seen that env example was not updated, so we will follow up on that too. And you can see this is the docs. So I just did copy. I just copied this one directly. So nothing but it is a copied instruction from the docs on how to use that one. So let's see whether it has in. So okay, errors are resolved, which is actually great because the types were not there at that time. So you can see that. So let's understand the code, what it has actually done. So you can see this is Webhook. Obviously, we have to give this Webhook in our env example. Since AI has not done it, we don't waste our tokens by giving the prompt. They can just copy directly. So this one is okay. So this one is like this polar Webhook set. So it should be near to the polar. So we'll give it near to the polar directly. So we will get the secret key and I will make you understand how to configure that. But first we'll understand the code. So you can see on subscription active, we are calling the track event. So we are getting the email, subscription ID and customer ID. If there is no customer ID, we return, and we call the event with subscribe, and data is something like it is stored in the item. So I will show you how this one. So now we have to do two things, and that is link webhooks and that is create event name in Plunk. So I will show you that. Don't worry about that. So on subscription cancel, we are sending a transactional email. So I just wanted to show you how to send transactional email or how to send automated emails. So send a sad goodbye email, and we are calling email service dot send subscription cancel email. So you can see we are sorry to see you go, and again we are sending all the thing. So this is the body, which is like the HTML body, hi, and all the things which are there, and we are sending everything. So I think it has not created the okay. I think it has not created the GIF. We will only understand when our cancellation happens. So the code looks good on paper. Now we have to configure two events, and let's configure those two events in Plunk. So first we will create our automated user subscription active event. So we will go here and we will go to this one. So you can see this is the event name. We have to create this event name in Plunk. So again, we created Plunk on day 21. So that's why the project name is day 21. And we can go here in events, and you can see I can create one user subscription active. I've created an event. Now I have to create a template. So my template will be, okay, so we will subscription active. So we will say congratulations. Congratulations, subscription is active. And again, this is a transactional email. So we will say we will be sending a 7-day email series explaining the product for your better use case. So maybe if you want to send a 7-day automated emails, so how do you do that? So this is how you do it. So again we create this one, and again we create a 7-day series. So day 1 of subscription. So we will not create 7-day subscription series, but this is how day 1 looks like. So again this is a marketing email, so we will just make it create. So we have created 2 events. Now we will do the automation. So again onboarding, so subscription active, and run on triggers, so use subscription active. So the template will be congratulations subscription active, and we will run this one. So why do we want to send 7-day series? We don't want 7-day series. If user subscribes another time in future, we don't want to send the 7-day series because the user already knows about the product. So we will do run once only. So we have created this email automation, and we will create an email marketing email. So 7-day series marketing, and this is day 1, and we will again use subscription active. On that we will run, and again we will choose the day 1 of subscription, and here we will choose the delay, like how much delay before sending. So we will do day. So for testing purposes I am just doing a 2-minute delay, so to understand how it works, so that we can again we will run this once only for each customer, and we are good to go. So we have created automation. We don't have to look back again in the automation, and you can just edit the template directly in the Plunk website, app.useplunk.com. So events, templates, actions are done. Automation is done. Now let's work on the webhook. So to create webhook, you have to go to sandbox, because you are using sandbox polar.sh. So we will go to sandbox, and we will look for webhook. So you can see we created Polar in day 18. So that's why it is showing day 18 in the project name, and we will go to settings. And in the settings, I think we should get the webhook. So yeah. So how to add endpoint? So again, to create endpoint, you have to activate something called ngrok. So you have to activate ngrok HTTP, and our port is 3000. So we will do ngrok HTTP 3000. So basically what it does, so I will just explain you what it does. So what it does actually is that whenever your website is not hosted right at this moment, so it is in the local host, so it like forwards all the requests from this URL to your 3000 port in the computer. So it is like a tunnel. So you don't have to get into the complexities. And after you have done this, you have to do API auth. So you have to write this one Polar and then webhooks. So if you do this one, everything will be done, and we are using raw. And again we have to select all the things. So what exactly we need? We need order paid, order created, customer checkout. Okay, we don't need all the things. So we can create all the things, but exactly what do we need? Subscription active, cancelled, uncancelled, revoked. Okay, let's do it. So let's not click everything. So what exactly do we need? So we have clicked that one, customer state changed, customer deleted, updated, created. So let's skip this one, order updated, refunded, subscription updated. And if there is anything which we need, so let's do the refund as well. So these are all related to your more custom, more for like item. So we have selected raw. So we will do create, and it will give you a Polar webhook secret. So you can see I can copy this secret, and I can paste it in my env.example. So it is done. Now the real testing is done. So we will create again a new thing. So we will do pnpm def. I've already shown you the environment like what it was earlier. Now I will make a subscription. So you can see the customers was already created yesterday, and it has 0 revenue. So we'll do go and localhost 3000. Finger crossed, API auth, and it is done. So first of all, you are already signed up. Again, this $9 is written, but it actually I've configured it for $7. So it is just a UI issue which I have not updated. So you can see it is a $7 plan. Again, I will use my test card. See, my email ID is already registered. You can see my email ID is already registered. So I'll do 42424242 and 424, not 42424. Like 424 is like test card and it is for the success card. And again, I am from India, so I will give India and I will subscribe. And let's see whether our subscription was called. So you can see Webhook was triggered, no doubt in that. So yeah, if I do this reload, it should show $7 plan. So it should again, if I reload this one, it should show $7. So it is updated. So we will go to the webhook, whether our webhook was triggered or not. So we will see details. And you can see webhook was triggered and it was 200 success. That means it was received by our server. Now let's see the interesting part and the email. So I will open my email. Okay, so you can see I have got the email from Polar, which is nice. Now I need to see why my email was not got like the email. So we can see we have actually got one error, and let's understand the error. So what we'll do, we will just copy this one to drop to editor, and we will look for the error. Okay, so I think this is something API error. Error tracking subscription event. Metadata cannot be string. Array of string it should be. Okay, so this is actually a error received from our app like Polar. So I need to configure that one. Apart from that, we have got the subscription event. So I think this is something which we need to figure out, and we will give this one fix this one, and we will understand why our other emails transactional email was not done. So we'll see in this spam, it is not in this spam, and we will understand from the Plunk dashboard directly. So if I do this one, so you can see it was triggered. User subscription active was triggered, and which is something nice, and it should have sent the template. So let me check whether our actions are particularly done or not. So it was running on user subscription active 2 minutes after the action. So I'm not sure why it is not triggered. It should have triggered this one actually, but I see there is an error, and which is something which we need to figure out. And yeah, so yeah, it will take a little bit more time than anticipated. We will again create a new user ID or something like that. So we'll just sign out from here, and we will create a new user ID to understand the issue. So you can see I can create sign out. I've created sign out. Now I will register a new user ID to understand what exactly happened. So when the webhook will now successfully track the subscription event. Okay. Also for the transactional email, we need to configure something called cancel, right? So we didn't cancel it. So again, we will first check the track event, whether our track event is happening or not. So again, I will use another email ID, and we will again purchase a new subscription and with another like ID. So we will do that. We will subscribe to plus plan. So we will do get started, and we will again give the test card. So it was actually error, not it was error from the track event, and that's why we didn't get the purchase like the order successful. So it was triggered, but it was not sent because of that error. Now it should have solved that error, and that's why I prefer actually transactional emails, because in that I can configure everything from the React email, and that's how it works. So anyway, you can see again a new webhook was sent. New webhook was sent, and you can see I am redirected to my URL, and I should see the successful. So you can see there was no error in this particular moment of time, and it is nice in my opinion. Now we should see the item. So again, we will just switch this one and switch the email, and we will see gives us. So you can see, congratulations, subscription is active. We will be sending a 7-day email series explaining the product of your for your better use case. This is good, and after 2 minutes again we will get another email that is like that is the updated like after 2 minutes. So we'll track that one. So it might land it to something called spam, because it is actually marketing email, but don't worry about that. And now we have to check the cancellation, right? So how to check the cancellation? So to check the cancellation, it is nothing but you can go to your profile, whether I've created cancel subscription or not. So we will go to manage subscription, and it will open the customer portal of Polar. So where I can cancel. So you can say it should be compiling. Okay, this is an API error. I cannot. Okay, so again, this particular item is an error of my code. Earlier it was working fine, but now it is not working. It is giving me like body is not there. So Polar customer portal creation failed. API error code status 400 content type. Body is written null. So what I will do, I will just sign out and I will see whether I can get the customer portal from my previous ID. If I can get that, it is okay. Otherwise, I can cancel it directly from here. So we will go here in the profile and we will go to manage subscription. Where to manage subscription? Okay, it is success. So we will get the manage subscription and you can see I can change the plan. I can give subscription. So I will change the plan and I will do subscription and I can cancel subscription. So yeah, I can give feedback here also, but many people don't do and they just do the cancel subscription. And if I see the cancel subscription, and since I did this for this particular email, let me go to this email directly. So yes, yep, you can say we are sorry to see you go. Again, which is a transactional email. So again, it is loading, let it load. We are sorry to see you go, and you can see how cool that email is with Pikachu and all. So yeah, if you want to share your feedback, again, you can configure this color. Could take 2 minutes to let us know, and all, and reactivate subscription if you want to reactivate. So that is all the thing. So this was the thing about how to send cancellation email, and this looks cool and customer feel worthy. Okay, so user, like the customer, the founder has created this cancellation email and they are very sorry to see us go, and we will be triggered to actually send a feedback about why we cancelled the email. So this is just to play with the human psychology, and we will see whether our after 2 minutes email marketing was sent or not. So we will just track the contacts here directly. So you can see it is my email ID, and day one subscription template was delivered. So we will see whether it was delivered or not. It should go in the promotion. That is very correct. And you can see it was triggered in 5:45, and this is how day one looks like. So I've shown you how to send transactional, how to show email marketing, how to do the email automation, how to send transactional emails, and everything from end to end. And that's it, guys. This is it. This is what I want to tell you. And tomorrow I will show you how to do SEO into your Next.js application. So we will again continue with this application only. And this was it, guys.